Hello everyone, this is Anil Kumar and today topic is molecular orbital theory, and in this we will discuss only how to calculate bond order and how to find the magnetic property of a molecule. So let us begin the class. In the objectives, suppose a molecule is given as H2. So H2 means the number of electrons are 2. Each hydrogen 1 electron, total 2 hydrogens, 2 electrons. Now we have to fill these 2 electrons in this diagram. So this is energy level diagram. Let us take these 2 electrons. This hydrogen is having 1 electron and this hydrogen is also having 1 electron. So total 2 electrons. You have to fill the 2 electrons in this way. So 2 electrons are filled. Now to calculate the bond order, we have a formula that is bond order is equal to bonding electrons minus anti-bonding electrons by 2. So here bonding electrons. So bonding electrons means this sigma 1s is bonding and this star sigma star or this sigma star 2s or this pi star. Whenever you see star, they are all anti-bonding. So here bonding electrons are 2 and anti-bonding electrons are 0. So you can take it as 2 minus 0. So 2 minus 0 by 2, which is equal to 1. So 2 by 2 is 1. So it is having a bond order of 1. And we can also find the magnetic property. So here the number of unpaired electrons are 0. There are no unpaired electrons. So this molecule is said to be diamagnetic. In the same way, suppose one more example is given. So let us take helium 2. So helium 2 means each helium will have 2 electrons. So total there are 4 electrons. So now let us fill the 4 electrons. So this is one helium with 2 electrons and this is second helium with 2 electrons. So total 4 electrons, 1, 2 and this is 3, 4. Now if you calculate bond order, the bond order is equal to bonding electrons minus anti-bonding. So you can see bonding electrons are 2 and anti-bonding electrons are also 2 by 2, which is equal to 0. So there is no bond present between helium 2 molecule and there are no unpaired electrons. So this is also diamagnetic. Next, let us take one more example. Let us take boron. So boron 5 plus 5, 10 electrons. So each boron 5 electrons. So total 2 borons are there. It is equal to 10 electrons. Now let us fill the 10 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of one boron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are of another boron. So total 10 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is how we fill the 10 electrons. Now if you calculate the bond order is equal to bonding electrons are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So bonding electrons 6 and anti-bonding electrons are 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 minus 4 by 2. So this is equal to 1. So bond order is equal to 1 and there are unpaired electrons. So whenever there are unpaired electrons, then it is said to be paramagnetic. That's all. In the same way, let us take some more examples. Let us take nitrogen. So the nitrogen total 14 electrons will be there. 7 for nitrogen. So 2 nitrogens, 14 electrons. Now let us fill the 14 electrons in this. So 7 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are all 14 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now if you want to calculate bond order in the same way, bond order is equal to bonding electrons minus anti-bonding. So bonding electrons you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and anti-bonding electrons are 4 by 2. So you get 6 by 2, which is equal to 3. So bond order is 3 and there are no unpaired electrons. So N2 molecule is a diamagnetic substance. So it is a diamagnetic. In this way we can calculate for molecules like you can calculate for carbon, or sometimes he will also ask questions like this. He will give some Cn plus. So here Cn plus means carbon will have 6 electrons, nitrogen will have 7 electrons. Whenever there is plus, you have to subtract 1 electron. So this is equal to 12 electrons. Suppose if it is given as some Cn minus. So carbon 6 electrons, nitrogen 7 electrons, minus is means add 1 electron. So this is 14 electrons. So in this way you can calculate. 14 electrons means again you will get the same thing. You will get the same bond order and same magnetic moment. 12 electrons is there, you can just fill the 12 electrons, and you can also calculate bond order and this paramagnetic or diamagnetic magnetic property. Next, after atomic number 14, there is a small change in the diagram. But for the objectives, you can use this diagram only. So this point to be a important note. So I am using the same diagram for atomic number more than 14 also. So actually in the material, the diagram will be there will be a small change in the diagram. So here this pi bond, whatever this pi 2p is there, this will be present this side, and the first it starts with the sigma. So these only the change is only with these three orbits. This pi will be above and this sigma will be below. That's all. But for the objectives, we don't require all that points. By using only this diagram, you just remember this diagram, it is enough. You can calculate for bond order and diamagnetic or paramagnetic. Everything will be same even by using this diagram also. So this is an important note. So actually we should not use this diagram, but for the objectives purpose we can use this. There is no problem. So whenever this question is asked for any theory question, if you are writing any theory exams, then you should not use this diagram for writing for oxygen more than 14 electrons. If the electrons, if you are seeing here, this is 14. So this is also 12 and 14. Up to these 14 electrons, you can use this diagram for IPE or for any theory exams. But when this question is asked for objective exams, you can use this diagram for both the 14 electrons and above 14 electrons. So we are discussing only about objectives. So I am using the same diagram for above 14 electrons also. So now the question is given as oxygen molecule, O2 molecule. O2 molecule means the number of electrons are 16. So 16 electrons, we have to fill 16 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is one oxygen molecule, and here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total 8 plus 8 16. So already 14 electrons we have filled, and this is a 15 and the 16. Now if you calculate bond order, so bond order will be equal to bonding electrons. So bonding electrons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can also count the number of anti-bonding, they are equal to 6 by 2. So it is 4 by 2, bond order is equal to 2. And if you see here, there are two unpaired electrons. So whenever there is unpaired electrons, it is said to be paramagnetic. So in this way, we can calculate bond order and magnetic property of oxygen. And in the same way, you can take so many examples. Sometimes he will mention as O2 minus. So O2 minus means nothing but 17 electrons. So 17 electrons means in any of these you can add one electron more. So this is 17. So total here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and these are 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 electrons. And you have to add one more electron here. So this is 17. So for the 17 electrons, if you calculate bond order, you can count the number of bonding electrons. Bonding electrons will be equal to 10. And if you count the anti-bonding electrons, it is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 2. So it is 3 by 2 and bond order is said to be 1.5. And one unpaired electron is there. So this is also paramagnetic. So in this way, you can calculate bond order and magnetic property of O2 minus. Suppose if any question is given as O2 plus, O2 plus means 16, plus means one electron you have to remove, so it becomes 15 electrons. So you can fill this 15 electrons here. Sometimes he will give like NO. So NO means 7 and oxygen is 8, so total 15 electrons. Or sometimes he will give NO plus. So it is 7 plus 8. Whenever positive charge is there, minus 1. So it is equal to 14 electrons. Or he will mention as NO minus. Minus. So NO minus means 7 plus 8. Minus indicates add 1 electron. So it is 8 plus 8, 16 electrons. So in this way, in this any of this question is given, you just count the electrons and follow this method, and by using this we can calculate bond order and the magnetic properties. And suppose if they ask about electronic configurations, then you can see this configuration. So this is sigma 1s2 and this is sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2. This is pi 2p x2, pi 2p y2, sigma 2p z2. In this way you can write the electronic configurations. So this is all about molecular orbital energy diagram. And in the NEET exam, there may be a chance of asking one question from this model. Either he may ask to calculate how many bonding electrons, or he may ask how many anti-bonding electrons, or he may ask bond order on what is the magnetic property. And remember, whenever the electrons are odd number, so if you after adding these electrons, if you are getting odd number, then that will be having at least one unpaired electron, and that will be a paramagnetic. So not all the even numbers. Even numbers may be paramagnetic or diamagnetic. But the odd number electrons. So after calculating this, if you are getting odd number means 100% it is sure it will be a paramagnetic substance. So if any magnetic property is asked, you just first count the electrons. If the electrons you are getting as odd number, then it is paramagnetic. And if you are getting even number, you have to check. You cannot directly take even all the even number as diamagnetic. Why means you can see this nitrogen. Nitrogen is having even number. It is diamagnetic. Oxygen is also having even number, but it is paramagnetic. So it will change. For even number, the magnetic property and bond orders, everything will change. But whenever there is a odd number, this is only point for magnetic property. Odd number means it is paramagnetic. That's all. Or if you are unable to remember these points, you can directly use this method. So just practice some examples in the same way. And in the exam also, you can directly take these boxes. You can directly take this anti-bonding and bonding, not all these things. And 15 electrons is there, just start filling electrons, 15 electrons. And then bonding minus anti-bonding, you can calculate this. So this is a very, very important model for NEET students. And I hope you have followed this and try to solve some more problems. So you take some examples in the same way up to 20. You take some fluorine. So fluorine is 18 electrons and try to fill this 18 electrons in, and find this whether it is paramagnetic or diamagnetic and what is the bond order. Okay. So that's all for the day. Thank you.